Hey, kia ora whānau, you're here with me, the Māori Wargamer, and today we'll be playing a Warhammer 40K battle report. Welcome whānau to this 50 power level battle between the Dark Angels and the Drukhari here in the rad deserts of Atreus. The focus of the campaign for Māori Wargamer Warhammer Battle Reports 2019. Here we can see the elite forces of the Ravenwing, the Dark Angels 2nd Company, have been deployed in order to hunt down their prey, the insidious, the sadistic Drukhari. So from the last game, continuing this epic showdown between these two forces, the Drukhari Raiding Party landed on the planet of Atreus in search of slaves. These Drukhari pirates deployed in force managed to repel their convoy, but they have now returned in numbers. They're fleeing in numbers. So the speed of the Ravenwing has been summoned to put an end to these mad, debaucherous pirates. So here the Drukhari have arrayed their forces down the line, matching up against the forces of the Ravenwing. And we'll be playing a Crucible of War mission, running battle, straight from the Vigilus Defiant book. So when two fully mechanized armies battle each other, a high speed and furious chase often ensures as one force seeks to desperately outrun the other. While vehicles equipped for fast pursuit will storm ahead of the pack, those slow to get off the mark will be left behind in their dust. So yeah, straight from the new Vigilus book, interesting battle. So essentially the Ravenwing is going to hunt down the escaping Drukhari. We've got rolling terrain as one of the rules. So what will happen at the start of each battle round after number 1, all units and terrain moves forward 6 inches towards me, or towards this board edge, to represent the speed that we're moving at. So we're crossing the battlefield in speed, and so it's pretty well balanced armies. We've got the full Ravenwing force, no one on foot. My opponent's got bikes, Hellions, Scourges, everything deployed in strength to come against me. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But yeah, that's the mission. That's what we'll be playing as. So yeah, who's got the fastest? Who's got the need for speed? Who's going to be the most fast, the most furious? Ravenwing Imperium or the Dark Elder, the Drukhari forces? We'll find out in this battle report. A simple mission is for victory for myself. All I need to do is destroy at least half of the total power level of his army. So there's some big key units, otherwise a lot of them are just trash. And if he keeps more than half, then he wins. So the odds are against me. He's got the numbers, but I've got the speed, the skill, the tenacity to eke out a victory for the Imperium and close out Dark Angels Drukhari, the first campaign of 2019. Place your bets who's going to win there, whānau. As we go into turn number 1, Ravenwing going to take out the first turn. But before we go into the first turn, let's take a closer look at the armies that we will be playing with today. We have an outrider detachment of Ravenwing, led by a librarian on a bike with a power sword and a bolt pistol. A Ravenwing Black Knight squad, sergeant with a power sword. There's a Ravenwing grenade launcher and the plasma talons on 2 bikes. A Ravenwing attack bike with a multi-melter. A Ravenwing land speeder with the rocket launcher heavy bolter. A Ravenwing dark shroud with an assault cannon. And a Nephilim jet fighter with twin heavy bolter, hurricane bolter, and Blackstone missile launchers. A battalion detachment of Drukhari led by an Archon with a husk blade and a splinter pistol, and a succubus with a sword. 2 10-man Cabalite squads, 9 splinter rifles and a dark lance in each squad. 5-man Rack squad, 1 liquefied gun, and the rest have homunculus tools. 3 Reaver bike squads with guns. 2 5-man Hellion squads with splinter pods. 5-man Scourge squad. A Raider with dark lance and blade veins. A Ravager with 3 dark lances and blade veins. And a Venom with splinter cannon and blade veins. Alright, so end of movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 1 in the red deserts of Atreus. The newest addition to my army this year is the Dark Shroud, taking advantage of its 6-inch bubble, you know, the smoke coming out of it there, keep everyone alive a little bit longer. So we've got a nice little bubble growing over there. Meanwhile, the Nephilim jet fighters zoomed up across and onto this ferrotonic furnace, flanking from behind. Plenty of targets to shoot as we go into the shooting phase. Dark Angels turn 1. Alright, so the Ravenwing Black Knights are going to take the first shot of the game. We've got 2 Plasma Talons and the grenade launcher going to fire into the Raider over here. I'm going to supercharge those plasmas as well. They're the green dice. 2 dice are the grenade launcher. Shooting in, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s for the company master there on the bike. Oh no. Alright, well that's 4 hits into the Raider, so 3s to wound. Oh, bingo, bango, bongo. 3 wounds. 3 wounds into the Raider, 3 5-up invulnerable saves. Pass 2. Alright, so the Black Knights, at the cost of one of their battle brothers, whose bike exploded, managed to take 4 wounds off the Raider over there, bringing it down to 6 wounds. Alright, and the attack bike over there is going to finish the job on the Raider. We've got 4 bolt gun shots and a multi-mounter, the white dice, hitting in, looking for 3s. All we want is that white one to hit. Oh, and it does. So the white multi-mounter wounding on 3, green dice wounding on 5s. 1 wound. Gets an invuln. Alright, so into the Raider, it's got the Knight Shield, so it's got an invulnerable first. It's going to save the bolt gun hit, so a 4-up save. It's a safe. 5-up invulnerable against the Melter. Alright, nothing held back by the furious Ravenwing. Typhoon missile launchers firing into the Raider. 2 shots on 3s. Or 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound, 5-up save. This one. Alright, so end of the shooting phase for the Dark Angels. The Ravenwing Attack Squadron, turn 1. Fired every single unit into the Raider. So probably not the smartest, but I fired every single unit. I used every ability I had. I used a command point. I lost the Black Knight, but I can proudly say that after all that firepower, we destroyed the Raider. Was it? Did I waste? Was I foolish there? Who knows? We'll find out later. But he's going to roll to see if it explodes. Well, that's my turn done. We'll move into Drukhari, turn 1. Alright, so end of the movement phase for the Drukhari, the Raiding Party here on turn 2. In this Crucible of War running battle mission, all the forces the Drukhari can muster have mobbed in against the Ravenwing forces. I might have put a bit too much faith in the -1 to hit ability of the Dark Shroud. We'll see if it can hold up for another turn. Otherwise, like the last game, could be potentially a no-go, no further than turn 2. This is like pretty much all my army here. So pray to the Emperor of Mankind that he shall deliver us from evil. But yeah, look, everyone's here, mad forces. Might have been too hasty for sure and just targeting only the Raider. But we'll find out. We're going to the shooting phase for the Dark Elder, see if they can do any damages at all. Alright, so the Ravager. 3 Dark Lances equipped. Don't know why I focused all my shooting into the Raider, but we'll see. I don't know what I'm doing. This is an early morning game, so maybe I need to sleep in a bit. But yeah, you're going to fire 3 shots into the jet fighter, hitting on 4s because it's hard to hit. Oh, triple ones! Triple ones! Alright, well you saw it there, triple ones. Emperor is indeed protecting the Nephilim jet fighter. Whew. The cold sweat's eased up now. Alright, and Dark Lance from both the Cabalite units shooting into the Nephilim, hitting on 4s. Oh, one hit. Alright, Heat Lancers from the Reavers into the Dark Shroud, hitting on 4s. One hit. Alright, so rolling for damages, he rolls 2d6, picks the highest one. 4 wounds. Bring it down to 6. That's all the scary weapons done now, at least. We'll make it for another turn at least. Alright, so we've weathered the storm of shooting at least, at the cost of the Ravenwing Black Knights. Yeah, not using them, I haven't really used Ravenwing properly before, so I should be doing the advancing and getting the free Jank 4 up involved. So I'll try and remember that later. But yeah, going to see some charges coming through, so preparing an Overwatch. Alright, so the charges are off. Hellions into the company master and the land speeder. Reavers over here and against Dark Shroud. These two couldn't even make a 4-inch charge, so sad for them. We'll go into some combats. Turn 1 for the Drukhari. Alright, so with the Ravenwing Attack Squadron, my Warlord can fight first, even if he's didn't charge. So he's going to interrupt the attack. He gets 4 attacks and he's going to hit on 2s. Reroll 1s. All hits though. We're safe. And there's Power Sword, Monster Hunter of Caliban, plus 2 to strength, so 6 to 3, so 2's to wound. And that is 2 wounds. I'll just kick the AP. Alright, so Master with it on the bike, cut straight through them like a hot knife through butter. They get their 6 up power from pain bonus to keep them alive. 1 survives, so that's 3 dead. And now they can attack. Alright, so the first turn of engagement done and dusted here in the rad deserts of Atreus. The Ravenwing have survived and grow ever stronger from this experience. Yeah, haven't been utilising them to their full abilities, just been reading through Ravenwing stratagems, remembering to advance in Jank, all that type of stuff. So you'll see me play a bit more smarter now that I've learned. I learned almost died, so we're still going to be alive and kicking. Board's going to shuffle forward 6 inches as we're racing through these deserts. So we'll get that happening and go into Dark Angel's turn 2. Alright, so there's our table now. The rolling terrain shifting across, just representing the high speeds that the Ravenwing and Drukhari are moving across the battlefield. Keep moving forward, otherwise if you stay still you're going to end up dead. So turn 2, Dark Angels are going to go into the movement phase, continuing this epic battle. Alright, so end of the movement phase for the Dark Angels, turn 2. Ravenwing fallen back, flanking the bikes over here, looking to show them who is the superior biker in the 41st millennium. Company Master still locked in combat with the Hellions, not worth moving them out at the cost of command points. Land Speeder and Dark Shroud moving forward across the battlefield, as well as the Nephilim over there. It's ready to get rid of the hordes. Also spent a command point advancing the attack bike, Speed of the Raven, so he can still shoot and charge this turn. So that's the movement. We're going to get into shooting, get this game done and dusted. Who will win? Alright, Sons of the Lion, the Ravenwing bikers shot into these Reavers here and took down 2. And this guy's left on 1 wound, so should be able to pick him off in the charge phase. The Nephilim jet fighter had a much better showing this turn, wiping out 9 of the 10 Cabalites. 1 survived, unfortunately. Night Shield on the Ravager kept them alive, so yeah. Alright, I'm going to shoot in the multi-melter into the Venom here. Multi-melter and bolt gun. Alright, so that's the end of the turn for the Dark Angels, end of shooting phase, sorry, Dark Angels turn 2. A lot better, we picked our targets, took a few out. It's not as bad as it was looking at the start of the game. We might pull out the win, who knows. We're going to go 5 phase here, pull off a few charges and wrap up turn 2. Alright, and there is the end. The Company Master absolutely minced the last 2 Hellions in combat. Managed to take out that last Cabalite there as well, so another unit down. And took down the bikes at the cost of an Overwatch shot. So, balancing out quite nicely as we go into turn 2 for the Drukhari. Continue this game. Alright, so going straight into the shooting phase for the Drukhari. They want to stand still. Ravagers blown 3 hits into 3 wounds actually into the Dark Shroud. I still forgot to jink. And so we're just determining the damages. Oh, gone. Does he explode? Better roll my dice. On a 6 it explodes. Ugh. Command point that. We got another 6. Alright, safe. Destruction of the Dark Shroud. It did alright. I need to learn how to play with it better, but I'm keen to use it again in later battles. Alright, finally. So apparently these Cabalites are shooting into, because I can see the spiker down here. Absolutely cut that out. But we play for fun, so I'm going to allow it. Cut that out. There's the Cabalites. That's their point of view. They can see quite a bit. They could see over that edge, but still they could see absolutely no hint of that bike. So I'll allow these dishonourable shenanigans. I wouldn't expect anything less from the Butcherous Drukhari. Saving 2-up save. Oh, and he's dead. But you saw it there. Shouldn't really be dead. Alright, fine. So come into a tough decision here. Just due to time constraints. Decided to start this game before work. It's dragged on a bit longer than expected. So, if I want to keep getting paid money, better wrap this up. So, apologies for the interruptions to your full battle reports. Can't plan everything well, can you? For the purposes of this battle, we're going to call the game here. So added up, this is the power level of units that have been destroyed. It's 15 power level of Eldar that has been defeated so far. Although this guy can absolutely cut in close combat. These guys would have got chopped up. Had the Nephilim still in there, flying, shooting. The only big threat would be the that Ravager with the Dark Lancers. Everything else is pretty much cannon fodder. So yeah, me and my opponent have agreed to call it a minor victory for the defender, for the Drukhari. They didn't get the clean sweep that I was expecting. Underutilized the special abilities and synergy of the Ravenwing forces. It's definitely something for me to go back home and study. Well, I am home. I'll study right here. But yeah, study the synergy, study all those different abilities, make sure I'm making use of advancing and jinking, all that stuff. Cool game though. The rolling terrain feature is pretty cool. I like what it represents. Would have been cool to see the game drag on a little bit longer. I reckon, yeah, probably would have got tabled if we proceeded with it. Because I only got 1, 2, 4 units left on the field. So yeah, maybe I wouldn't have won. I like to think I would have liked to think that the underdogs would take it out in the end. But alas, it's not to be. A great game overall, though. Final, definitely, if you've made it this far, then hey, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your family and friends, all that good stuff. Show your support for a humble wargamer, a humble Kiwi wargamer. As you can see, more, it fuels me, it warms my heart. I love to see, hear from you guys and girls, and anything else in between that on that spectrum. It's the 2019. We've got to be inclusive. So yeah, whānau, hope you enjoyed that battle report. I think yeah, good game overall. Who knows who might have won if we had but more time, but isn't that the problem in life, if only we had more time. So before I leave, I'll leave with this very heartfelt message on appreciate your time, because you never know how much more you're going to get. The Ravenwings certainly know that, but they'll roar off victorious, knowing that the Dark Elder have been repelled at very least. Minor victory means that they survived. They didn't get killed, but they're still getting off the planet of Atreus. So whānau, tune in next week Wednesday, for the continuation of the Fate of Atreus campaign, my narrative campaign. Check out my video that I still haven't done yet, but I will eventually do. I'll put links to it in at the end and in the description, all that good stuff, so you can get up to speed, know what's happening in my narrative campaigns. Till next game though, whānau, I am your host, the Māori Wargamer. Thank you for watching. Ka kite. Anō.